Let us start with the Linux programming. For this, we have to firstly create the directory, and the syntax for creating a directory is mkd, or the command for creating a directory is mkdir, and the syntax is mkdir space the directory name. As you are able to see the tilt here, this is the symbol which reflects we are not in the directory we have created. We are in the home directory right now. Okay, after that, for going to or for changing to the current directory, we use cd space the directory name. Linux 212 is the directory we have created. Now, observe the difference. Instead of tilt, we got the Linux 212. Now, we are expected to create the file. Touch is the command used to create the new file. Touch space file name is the syntax for the same. Touch space. Suppose I will create p1.txt and touch p1.sh. Two files I have created. Now go to the text editor and open the file or directory we have created is Linux 212. Linux 212. The both files are having 0 bytes. It is p1.txt, it is firstly created, and 0 bytes, it means it is not having any kind of content. And p1.txt, it is also having 0 bytes, it means it is not having any kind of content. Okay, then open p1.txt. Now type something, that is Linux is the best operating system. Linux is open source. After that, next is Linux is secured. I have created one txt file and I have entered some 3 text or 3 sentences within that file. Now the file which is created by default is having 2 permissions. One is read and another is write, but by default execute permission will not be there. Now for getting the execution permission, we are expected to do chmod space 777 space p1.txt. Now the file is having the execution permission. I will repeat. I have created p1.txt and p1.sh. In p1.txt, I have entered 3 sentences, but by default, any file which is created will be having the read and write permission. For getting the execution permission, we are expected to run chmod space 777 file name with extension. Now, one of the main thing is whenever I am getting or creating that chmod 777 p1.txt, then 2 different files are generated. Now let us see with the help of ls that it's showing p1.txt, but one more file will be created named p1.txe. It means it is having the execution permission also. Okay, after that we are expected to go. And one more thing, p1.txt is in the folder or the directory we have created. Now you are expected to see that in the root directory we have created Linux 212, this directory, and in that directory one file is created, and this is the thing we are expected to observe for. Now go to the directory once again, open p1.sh and type the text or type the program you want to execute for. Now echo space enter. Echo command is used to display something, and the syntax is echo space test you want to enter. Enter the file name, and after that read. Whenever I am taking any user input, then I will use read. And for storing and memorizing. Read is used whenever we are taking any kind of user input. Read, after that the variable name. Variable name, suppose in my case variable name is v1. Okay, now echo, we are expected, or the command or the program is related to enter the first line of the file and enter the last line of the file, and entire content will get displayed. So we are taking user input for enter first line number. Once again it is user input, that's why read v2 variable 2. Now the value entered as a first line number will be saved in variable v2. Value entered for file name will be saved in variable v1. Now we are expected to get the third thing, that is enter last line number. After that read v3. Now the last line number will be entered in v3. Okay, and now we are having the three variables. One is the file name, second is for the first line number, and third is for the last line number. Now the command used for display the lines taken and the entire content of the file is sed space. After that dash n is used for carrying out any numerical operations, and several more uses are there. One of them is for carry whenever we want to store or execute or do any kind of numerological things, then we are expected to do the dash n operation. After that dash n and dollar file name v1 comma dollar v2 and dash p or slash p. The slash p is used for search the first file name and the first line of file and the second last line of the file, and entire next in between content will be displayed with the help of sed command. Now the file name we are expected to execute for. We will save this, and for the execution once again go in for the terminal, and the for execution command used is bash. The syntax of bash is bash space the file name with extension. The file name in our case is p1.sh. Once we execute this, the first line, which is enter the file name, will be get displayed as echo is used for displaying the content, and the file we want to enter is p1.txt. Now the first line of file, how many lines are there in our file? 3 lines are there. Now first last line is 3, and in between that is the second line, that is also expected to be displayed. Now sed space okay, the extra character $v1. Okay. Oh, now we are expected to type v2 here, v3. Due to the wrongly placed variable, it will show the error. Now first p1.txt, after that v2 is expected, and after that is 1 will be stored in v2 and 3 that is stored in v3. What was wrong in the previous program? We have entered the variable serially. Now it was not able to display or calculate the numerical operations on the file, and that's why it was showing the error, that extra expressions or extra character after the command. And now I will explain it once again, or we will execute it once again. Clear. Firstly, we are entering the file name. File name entered is p1.txt, or for execution p1.sh bash p1.sh. Then text will be displayed. Enter the file name. File name entered must be p1.txt, as we want to out display the content of p1.txt. That's why I have entered the p1.txt. Enter first line and third line, and the contents are displayed. This is the program with the help of which all the content of the file can be displayed with the help of sed command. Now the next program is for deletion. For this I will create one different file in this, and as we already know that the command used for file creation is touch. With the help of touch, I will create the file p2.sh. With the help of p2.sh, we will enter the content. Now open this file. As we already able to see, that file is in the directory Linux 212. Now we will open, and the second program is for, we will write it with the help of comments. Okay, the comment is, we will write the name, delete the line if the given pattern match, and if and in case of variance in case of variation, display content of line as it is. Okay, now let us start the program. For doing this, we are expected to take the user input, or directly that command can be written. Okay, for doing this, the command once again used is sed. What is job of sed? Sed command is used for searching the patterns quickly and displaying. And one more command can be used for this. This is the grep, but today or in this particular program we are using the sed command. Sed space dash ie and space the pattern you want to display for. Firstly, that slash, and after that the pattern you want to search for. I will use the same file, that is p1.txt, and as you are able to see, the Linux is one of the pattern. I will write Linux here. Now it will delete the content where that Linux, it will find that Linux in this. Okay, it is automatically deleted in my case. Variation, display the line as it is. Now we will retype it once again, sed space dash ie, after that slash, with the help of slash pattern you want to match for, that is Linux, and dash or slash d. There is lot more difference between dash d and slash d. Whenever we use dash d, it will search whether the file or text which is input, whether it is directory or not, and in case of dash d, it will delete. I will repeat, dash d is used for finding the correct pattern and deleting it, and dash d is used for searching directory, and slash d is used for deleting. In this case we have used slash d, which is used for deletion, and dash d is used for finding whether the input entered is directory or not. Now after that, the file name is expected to be entered. I'm using the same file, that's why I will write the file name directly, that is p1.txt. Now let us see what will happen. Firstly, before execution, we are expected to save our file, and then only it will be executed and we will be able to observe the output correctly. Okay, now let us try to execute once again. For execution, the command used is bash space the file name, that is p2.sh. Okay, there is nothing displayed, but as we know the cat command is used for displaying the content of file, we will write cat space p1.txt. Why p1.txt? Because we want to display the content of p1.txt and there is nothing in p1.txt, that's why it displays nothing. And at the file's end, this is the message it will come, and once we click on reload, entire content will get displayed. Why? Because at each and every line the pattern Linux was there, and that's why it was the output shown. Now I will copy this content once again. I will paste this content in the file. Linux is best OS. I will repeat the sentence 3 times, and for the fourth time, instead of Linux, I will put Windows here. Now let us see what will happen. Once again, I will try to execute this, and once again the execution can be done with the help of bash space file name dot txt, bash space p2.sh. Once again, here is, once I have executed this, as there is the p1.txt included in this file, automatically the message get displayed. And for displaying the content of file here, once again we will execute cat p1.txt. Why p1.txt? We are expected to display the content of file p1.txt, and as the pattern doesn't match or as Linux is not there, then only Windows is the best. This is the content which is shown, and in the file we are able to observe the same.